Alright, it's been a while since I've made any videos like this. Channel's pretty dead, but this is gonna be a Let's Play of Star Wars Dark Forces. It's a pretty old game. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of from the Doom era. It's a lot like a Doom clone. I've kind of skipped the intro here. Recording this game is pretty hard, and you're gonna notice the resolution is terrible, along with all of my other quality of recording. It's just terrible, but you know, this game is pretty low quality. It's just really old. But it is a pretty good game and it's worth revisiting in my opinion. So you have these little briefings for the missions, and these actually are somewhat important because you do need to know what you're doing in these missions, because quite simply the level design can be confusing compared to like a modern game where you have just like points telling you where to go and stuff. I'm going to be playing on at least medium because easy's for babies. So we need to find and retrieve the Deathstar plans and return to the ship at the roof of the base. Now it's worth noting none of this stuff is canon anymore. Since Disney bought it out, it's no longer canon. These games, the entire Jedi Knight series, is just like it's gone. It's still around, it's just not canon anymore. But anyway, let's jump into the game. First thing you'll notice, this game is very pixelated. There are higher resolution like source ports of it, but I couldn't actually get any of them to work properly. So you'll notice one thing, it does kind of have auto-aiming, which is kind of a necessity in a game that doesn't really have mouse aiming. And you can also run very fast like the Doom guy. I'm not sure if this game has its own engine. I think it does. It's fairly interesting though. You can jump in it. There's even a crouch key, which is kind of new. It was new for back then, I mean. So you can kind of see where this is going. So if you're like semi-active in like playing Doom WODs, you will probably see a lot of assets from this game recycled. Like, just go play some Star Wars Doom WODs, and I guarantee you you're gonna see almost everything in this game in there. Also, I'm gonna get lost in this game. I'm gonna be completely honest about it. The game's layout is fairly confusing at times. The controls are also not what we say very intuitive or explained anywhere. I'm pretty sure they're in the manual, but I don't have the manual for this game anymore. It is a very old game. I believe you can look up and down. You get that weird stretchy effect that old 3D games had when you looked up and down, because the levels weren't really 3D, they just kind of pretended to be 3D. So I guess I'll go into the weapons somewhat. This is basically the same as the common Doom fist, you just punch people. Doesn't seem to be hitting very well. This is sort of the pistol of the game. It's very accurate compared to the... I forgot what this weapon's even called. There's a cleaner bot. He's 3D. Kinda. But anyway, the pistol is actually useful in this game because it is very accurate, and you can snipe with it a lot easier than with this weapon. This weapon just blows through ammo like no tomorrow. And I guess I can go into some of the... HUD a bit. In the lower left, you see a couple numbers. I believe the red 3 on the right is lives. I think this game does have lives, I'm not 100% sure. The 100 is obviously your health. The green is shields, which take damage before your HP. Shields only block, I believe, projectile attacks. They do not block physical attacks. If something hits you physically, it goes directly to your HP. Oh hey, the Deathstar plans.
It's too easy. Now to get to my ship.
Of course it's too easy, it's the first level. There's a cool Deathstar hologram that we went by. I'm gonna go check out that elevator really quick. I think this goes upstairs, where you can just grab some items and find some secrets and stuff. Now I'll be honest, this game is actually very good. The biggest issues it has is that it is dated, like really dated, to the extent of where a lot of people are going to be turned off by how dated it is. It's also an absolute pain to get running. The Steam version that you can buy will run immediately off the bat. You just install it, it'll boot right up and it'll go. But it will have very poor settings and it will look even worse than it looks right now. Like the settings I'm running it on are not great. But, you know. You're gonna see me fall a lot in this game. The jumping is not too horribly responsive. So, where to go from here? I know I can just leave to the roof already and finish the level. I'm just doing some exploration to show that the levels are fairly fleshed out and they do have secret areas and stuff. I do believe you can even get over that wall and there's stuff on the other side. I think this way. There's a button. Oh, there we go. So as you can see now, they did put some work. There is a map if you need. It looks like the Doom map. You can actually kill the robots and they drop batteries. I just realized I failed continuing to talk about the hub a bit. The lower right, you'll see some green dots. Those are batteries. They drain when you use various tools. This game has items in it. Like, yeah, there's an extra life. Anyway, there are... You can use like your flashlight, that drains batteries. The flashlight's actually pretty useful in this game. There are a lot of really dark areas. But yeah. It's weird if you're used to playing Doom mods, just suddenly being able to jump. It's like, what? Apparently I'm awful. But anyway, jumping is a feature in this game. Unlike Doom, when you see people jumping up and down in Doom, they're using a source port and they're cheating. Is you're not, unless they're playing a custom map that is designed around jumping. And that's weapon supercharge wearing off that I used very poorly. Here's some kind of secret that I opened somehow. No clue how. But yeah, anything you could want from an old FPS, it's here. This is a pretty good game. I've said it multiple times, so I'll keep saying it. This game really deserves to have a good cleanup and re-release at some point, in my opinion. I believe your ship flies in here and it looks really cool. Yeah, that's I'm not gonna lie, that's actually pretty sick for when you consider how old this game is, having the ship fly in like that and pick you up. I think the level just ends after a certain amount of time. Come on. Oh, there's an extra life. Apparently I don't understand how to end the level because I'm a dummy. I have the Deathstar plans, so it should just end when the ship comes down. Like I said, this game is a bit archaic, so it will have some issues now and then. But the DOSBox version I'm playing is the most stable, so there shouldn't be any, like, crashes. I'm not sure what I'm missing here. There it goes. There was actually a very specific place I needed to stand. Oh, press escape to end mission. Okay. Ah, that's right. I remember. You actually have to start the next mission from the menu. Man.
Kyle delivers the plans to the Rebel Alliance. Soon afterwards, the Death Star is destroyed. But even as the Alliance celebrates this victory, another sinister plot is set in motion that will become an even greater concern for the Rebellion.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Mock.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi Knights. At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice. The Empire has been keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Deathstar. 5 days ago, the Empire attacked one of our secret bases in the city of Talay.
This is Tech Base to anybody out there. Please, we're under Imperial attack. The weapon system is not moving at all. Total devastation. They broke through our shield. They broke through our shield!
Tak Base was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city, as well as the rebel staff, were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Deathstar.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified. This Imperial officer, Crix Medine, wishes to defect to the Alliance. He has supplied us with information on the development of a new Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
This could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander. And may the Force be with you.
There we go. Well, I did my best not to talk over that, but those cutscenes are actually pretty nice looking and pretty advanced for when this game was made. Like, if you're looking at it and you've never played games this old, you're gonna be like, man, those are bad, but I actually like the old cartoony style that they used to draw some of these things in, kind of like, it kind of reminds me of an old point and click or Lucas thing. And then, of course, they had the old CGI as well. So this is Jan Orso or whatever, but not Jen Orso from Rebels. Not Rebels, Rogue One. I'm dummy. But anyway, she is basically Kyle's best friend slash eventually love interest, and she's his pilot. Kyle Katarn, he's basically just a mercenary. I believe he used to work for the Empire. I don't remember the entire story for it all, but yeah, Kyle's a pretty cool dude. If I continue doing more Let's Plays, I'll probably play through some of the other games in this series, including Jedi Knight and Jedi Knight 2. And those games, also like this one, have had some serious issues with aging. They're a lot more advanced in this game, but I don't know what it is with LucasArts games, but they do not age well. They have serious issues running on modern systems. So we need to find and restart a hydroelectric power generator, find some clue about the Dark Trooper, and return to the landing area. Simple enough. There's the iconic ship flying away, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to remember how exactly you save in this game. I don't think you can save. No, you have to be able to save in this game. Calibrate joystick. I know there's a way to save, I just can't. That's gonna look funny. Say hello to my desktop, everybody. Ah, well. I guess we'll go on without saving. I do know you can continue from any level, so as long as I kind of end on the end of a level, I'll be good. I don't believe the levels get too confusing until later on. This level is fairly simple, I believe. I'll also say that I actually, aside from the game running at a really low resolution, I actually find the graphic style of this game pretty pleasing.
You're not authorized.
Then again, I was like a young lad back in the days of the Doom era, and I played all that stuff as a kid, so I'm used to it. And get some... That wall looks very interesting when flying by it at high speeds. I'm sure YouTube's gonna do some pretty great compression on that one. So here's an example of a dark area where you need the flashlight. Got some burnt bodies on the floor. That's pretty dark. That's not opening. Wait, is enter? No, it's E. I guess I just have to break the rules. Hop the fence. So we're looking for hydroelectric generator.
There he is, stop.
Oh yeah, there's no power, so all the doors are locked. That's the gimmick of the level. So you can't actually return till you get the power back on, so the doors can open.